All right, guys, I hope you're ready. Because just when you think we can't get like any more confusing around here, we come up with this episode. We're going to be all over the place. We got a lot of balls in the air, but I really think we got like a quality lesson to learn here. Only one way to find out. Stick around and check out this episode of Pugliese Speed Shop. All right, guys, cards on the table. I'm getting a little confused, so I don't know if you guys are going to be able to follow. We'll give it a shot. All right? So, the last two episodes, they were kind of filmed like, same time-ish. We started getting the Bel Air ready to go for the kid, and actually still right there, right? And, we planned on coming home from, picking him up at school, coming down here, and, revealing the car to him. Well, the caddy didn't want to cooperate, right? She wanted to stay on Long Island, so we had that video. So they were kind of done at the same time, and we're still dealing with both of those things. Like I said, Bel Air's still sitting right here, and the caddy's up at the house doing North Star things because, there's two different types of alternators, different size pulley. I'm sure I could probably press it on and off. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know. Because it's like on the bottom of the car, and I don't want to rip it up. It's a whole thing. So I'm going to have to get into that car and actually pull the alternator to find out which one I need. So that's pretty dope. In the meantime, we got some Jeep parts in. So I figured we should probably take care of that. We started messing with it. You guys saw nothing done because I accomplished nothing, right? So I figured that's what we'll do. Well, we'll try and do things right, guys. We've been kind of winging a prayer, just winging it, whatever analogy you want to use. And guys, it's been failing miserably. We're getting backed up on stuff. I got crap everywhere. Like I said, I'm getting confused. It's not because I'm not putting in the work. I'm putting in the work. It's just like spinning tires, So I feel like I'm putting in the work. I don't know. You tell me. No, wait, don't tell me. I don't want to hear. But, so, I think we got to get this guy moved out of here, get the Jeep brought in. I'm going to show you the parts we got, fix those things, check some other things, and kind of try and do things the right way. Just kind of, you can't always be prepared, but you can have like a backup plan, right? So that's what we're going to do. We're going to show you a little bit of that. Hopefully we all learn something together. My bad, guys. Lost my temper for a minute, and it happens to the best of us, you know. So that's kind of what this episode is about. You get pissed off, these things happen. So showing the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it might be. I don't understand why this thing didn't want to start. I drove it, I guess not last weekend because we were in New York dealing with another vehicle I didn't want to start. But I guess the weekend before that, and no problems, right? So whatever, maybe I got a drain. We'll check it out when we finally get it in the shop. But see, we got the charger on it. Should be good to go a little bit. But I was already a little aggravated because this guy over here, the old Bel Air right there, she didn't want to keep running, and I don't know why. I mean, I didn't let it warm up at all. That could be part of it. I think those power glides like that screen, like like the filter in there. Well, of course they have some sort of filter. I think that's a little clogged up because I guess the RPM's pretty high to get her going. Who knows if there's something living in that thing or something? I don't know. But so I got a little aggravated with that, and I was like, oh, well, I'll be fine. I'll walk away and I'll move the Jeep. And then that got me pissed off. So sometimes you got to just take a step back. So that's what we're going to do right now. We'll let this thing charge, and I'll show you what we got and kind of what our plan is for what we're going to do with this guy. All this room for activities. So I gotta do something with that bow. Where's the Jeep on the list? Oh, it is, right? Number one. It's like we knew, right? So, power steering pump. You guys remember that's bad. I almost hit the building the other day. Vacuum line, fan shroud. And this stuff we got to look into to see what's going on, right? So, a little chalk here. All right, we got this guy. Got some of that there. Got this guy here. We should probably do an oil change too, because can't remember the last time I did one of those. So I'll show you what I got on the bench over here. And like I said, like the wiper switch, I'm going to show you some troubleshooting we're going to do to figure out this. I know what's wrong there. And this, and we'll see where that leak's coming from. So we're going to fix a couple things and get ourselves set up to fix the other couple things. That's the way to do it, guys. So now we'll walk all the way over here. And so I ordered this fan shroud a long time ago when the one broke that's on there. I'm sure you guys saw it, the fan's just like hanging out. So we have this guy. We got Stella. What's up, girl? What are you doing? Okay, she gone. She likes to check in every now and then. All right, so here's the fan shroud. Like I said, ordered that. That's probably been a year. What else we got here? Megan already opened this, so it's not like a real unboxing. I know you guys like that, right? No, nobody does. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, we got the little Wix oil filter. Put that over here with the old Shell Rotella flat tapping cam, guys. And yeah, here. Power steering pump. I'm gonna need two hands because we'll get it. Think big. We got it, guys. All right. So, hopefully that's the right one. Sure. I bet it is. Yeah, here. Yep. Looks just like the last one I put on. Oh, and here's what we're looking for. This should be the stuff to send it back because we got a court charge. All right, so see if this thing's done charging up. I doubt it. Actually, I'm sure it's not. But look here for the light because my little thing's no good. But yeah, she's still red. But we'll give her a shot here in a minute. I'll show you guys in case you were wondering. This is where the fan shroud goes. These are always broken. This is the first Jeep I've had a couple that it wasn't broken, and then I broke it. So we're gonna replace that. And hopefully get it going, bring it in the shop, and start actually doing some work. little bit there. But she's running. It started up again the second time. That's like a good sign. Maybe we'll actually get something accomplished. Doubt it. All right, so in case you're new or you forgot or whatever, give you a quick intro. This is my 1989 Jeep Cherokee, or XJ if you're in the know, and now you are. So we bought this 5 or 6 years ago. It was not in great shape. We'll show you a little picture of what it looked like right here. Yeah, kid will throw it up there. It was dumping oil out everywhere. The exhaust was terrible. Paint, interior, there was no headliner. Everything was kind of dirty. It was whatever. But it was actually taken care of. It just didn't look it. So we knocked everything down, shot some primer on it. I know, guys. Oh, don't prime everything. Well, this is like 6 years ago, and it's just starting to. So for a $70 paint job, I'm happy with it. The wheels were gold. We shot them black and just went over the whole thing. The kid drove to high school before he had the caddy, and yeah, it's been great. We drive this thing. I mean, not right now. We're not driving that much, but we usually put some miles on it. John borrowed it for a few months. Bailed him out. Michael's borrowed it. It's an awesome vehicle. I absolutely love it. But she's at work, you know? So that's what we're going to do. I don't know why the power steering pump quit working. It just did. And what else we got? I can't remember the last time we changed the oil on it, so we're going to take care of that. And there's a few other little things. Like, I'll show you what's going on with the wipers. This is, that's kind of a thing with these Jeeps, too. So, she's got the leather, man. It's a limited, that's how you know it's good. So here, turn it on, right? See, nothing does anything. And then when you get the high, it kind of does that. And then if you shut it off, they don't even go back. You gotta time it. I missed it. Come on now, and now because we have a terrible country song on, sorry guys. Doesn't matter. Anyways, so we got to look at that, and I actually have some research I did that might fix that problem without buying all sorts of parts, because that would be pretty dope. I almost jumped the gun, guys, but we'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so that took a lot longer than I thought it was gonna. Got the Bel Air all cleaned up and everything put away, brought back outside. The Jeep finally in here. We got parts set up, and we got a game plan. So I think we're making progress. Not going to try and rush it or whatever. And dinner's ready. Yeah. I'm going back up to the house. So not to worry. All right, the Bel Air's not just getting forgotten, but we're waiting on parts, right? So we talked about that a little bit in the last video on the Bel Air. So we got to keep moving, guys. That's why I haven't tore into it yet, because I want to keep it mobile so I can get other projects in here. This guy, we love driving it. It's like a staple in the family here, so we got to get it going, We'll take care of the power steering, do an oil change. We got a vacuum line to repair. Figure out if I'm on the right track with those wipers, and then we'll probably get some more parts in order. I don't know if you guys heard, there's an exhaust leak. I think I know where it's coming from, but again, I don't want to just order parts. It's kind of the good thing about having spare vehicles is you can kind of let them sit a little bit while you sort out the right parts, rather than just spending a bunch of money on the wrong crap, which has happened, and we're trying to stop that. So I'm going to lock it up, get something to eat, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. I need brakes. All right, guys. So, full disclosure, like right up front, I'm sure you already noticed, but like between 70 and like 85% of the time, when I say we'll see you tomorrow, it ain't the next day. I know you know that, but better throw it out there. We got a little list right here. What we're gonna do. Finally, it's time to get some work done on this Jeep. We've been screwing around long enough. So we're gonna start with the power steering pump. And most power time, when a power steering pump goes bad, 90% of the time, probably more than that, it dumps the fluid out everywhere, and that's why it don't work. Our system is the most leak-free thing I've ever seen in my life. We do have, I think the pump's about 2 years old. I changed the hoses after that. So everything's solid, but the pump just stopped pumping. It's not doing pump things no more. So we got one from the old Rock Auto guys here. This guy right here. We're going to change it out. So first thing we got to do, which I'm not used to, is actually drain the fluid out because I don't want to get it everywhere. So we're going to do that, and then we'll start yanking this whole one out. All right, I want to show you guys this before I start pulling it apart because, like I said, I mean, look, new hose, pumps new. See the lines down there? Everything is like brand spanking new, except for she don't want to work. So she's got to get changed out, but I mean, it looks brand new, right? So far we drained all the fluid out, and it's not a whole lot, but it's in here. Yep. Used a turkey baster because, we want to get this all out of there. You can see it's about as dry as we're going to get it with a turkey baster. But I want to show you guys this. That was loud. If you ever think your air filter is not doing anything, this is like what's underneath it, So she's working, and it's dirt daubers. I'll tell you what, they will go anywhere. Look at these things. But we got the battery charging while we're doing this. This way we don't get another one of those situations going on. But I'm going to get back to it. Just want to show you guys that if you ever think your air filter is a useless thing, that's fake news. Guys, you absolutely cannot make this shit up. So, this kind of day I'm having, guys. This bolt right here, I've had that out, 400 or 500 times, right? Every time you get in this region here, the box has to come out. Well, it's spinning on the bottom. It's locked in there. So, I tried to cut it. Of course, I hit the plastic there a little bit, but that's not even the bad part. I knew that was going to happen. I'll nick it, no big deal. The wheel came apart, guys. I'm just about through the bolt. This thing just decides it doesn't want to be complete anymore. And I'm pretty sure I got some of it embedded somewhere in my arm. But, so these things happen, guys. Keep our cool. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Well, guys. Good news is I got it out. So the stuff I have to get out to get to the part that I actually have to change, we're done. And here, I'll show you what it looks like. We play a little game called I Win. And, as usual, I won. Did I really win, though? I guess at the end of the day, we got it out. So that's a win. But it took a drill, a crowbar, a screwdriver, a hammer, a chisel, a die grinder, then a new wheel and a die grinder. Guys, I use like everything in the arsenal on one little stupid bolt. Guys, and there's jokes about it, but seriously, that's all you are away from a simple job becoming the biggest pain in your ass ever, right? So I came down here to swap out this power steering pump. It took that much just to get the air box out. Now, the younger Chaz probably would have just grabbed hold of that piece of plastic, ripped it out of there, and said, I'll just put a cool air intake or whatever. But I didn't want to do that. I'm trying to, be a little more sophisticated, a little more finesse, right? And I actually don't want to put a cool. I like That's why I like having the stock stuff on there, just because the whole Jeep is stock, and it's pretty much what I want to keep it. That being said, I only foresee those other two bolts going back in, and probably a little bit of WD-40 or something, because that thing was just corroded like crazy. So, what's that put noise says? If two don't hold it, three never woulda. So, I'm going to take his advice on this one. But for right now, I got to stop, because this should take me 5 minutes, took me an hour and some change. It's Father's Day, and it's also Jimbo's birthday. So make sure you guys leave a comment down there. Happy birthday, Jimbo. And we're going to shoot over to his house, have a little pizza, a little cake, and spend some quality family time. I will see you guys tomorrow. And this time I mean it, because we got to get this thing done. All right, guys. It's tomorrow. Well, is it? I mean, tomorrow never, you know what? I'm not going to get all like philosophical with it or nothing. But the good news is, yo, I'm here. But the bad news is, yeah, we ain't working on a damn thing. All right? 100% my fault, as if you guys had any doubt. But, guys, what do they say? Life gets in the way, right? I had every intention of coming down here and just getting after it. Instead, I'm here to end the video. Because, I probably should have just done it the last segment, but we had high hopes. And, but be that as it may, it is what it is, right? So, luckily I do have, a daily driver that I can, get to work tomorrow with, right? Because otherwise, we might be in a little bit of a bad spot here. However, I mentioned earlier, a younger Chaz would have done this, and this. Well, younger Chaz also would have been here till 2 o'clock in the morning finishing this thing. And actually, I've done it on this very Jeep, so the kid could get to work the next day, to school when he was driving, when he was driving in high school. So, and I'd rush through it, and I'd hack a couple things, and well, a couple years later, I might be changing that power steering pump again. No, actually, that's not true. That's not why the power steering pump went bad. But this is what happens, right? So we've all been there. You're working on your daily because you're driving a bucket every day, which I did most of my life. And I'm going to tell you the truth, guys. I miss it. I get spoiled because now I'm like, end of videos, like, hey, we'll just let it sit. And that sucks, guys. And I apologize, but like I said before, it is what it is. I can't really help it. Just know that next week we are going to be back on this thing. We're going to finish it up, and hopefully we won't have all this like bad luck we've had with strip bolts and not getting the right part, or not being able to get a part at all, or all the things that have happened. And we got to give her a break. I started getting mad, like real mad a little earlier, and I was like, earlier in the video, and I was like, forget this Jeep. Then I remembered all the good times, all the things that, she's bailed us out 100 times, a million times probably. So she needs a little love. And it's just not right that I was neglecting a little bit. We've just been driving this thing. So we got some stuck bolts. We got that kind of stuff. You guys see it. Hopefully we won't see any more. Hopefully we're smooth. Oh, I'm not. Ooh, I'm not going to say it. But hopefully you learned something during this video. Hopefully you learned, if nothing else, don't neglect your stuff, all right? So we'll be back next week. We're going to get on this thing, and hopefully we'll be driving her around. But until then, guys, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell, tell a friend, and as always, thanks for watching.